Doug MPA back on another video, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on the way in. I really appreciate it. It shows that you support me and the content on this channel. So I found this story. It's called Men Working in Female Dominated Jobs Share Their Experience, Advice, and it's an eye opener. And it's an eye opener because most of the time you hear about what women have to go through in male dominated spaces because women control the narrative in a lot of popular media. They have their talk shows, they have uh, all sorts of different outlets to voice their concerns about men. So this woman right here went through some Reddit threads and found what guys say about working in female dominated spaces. So let's look through a couple of these and I'll give my opinion. Well, I'll relate some of my personal experience as we go. So this is written on December 8th of 2021. It says, from finance to IT, most industries are male dominated, and women working in these sectors are often made to feel they don't belong. Sexism and bias towards male workers are common towards women. However, the same also goes for men who are working in female dominated workplaces. Health, teaching, and education, and fashion and personal care are all some of the work sectors which see more women than men. And the few men opting for these careers experience the same gender bias, sexism, and other problems as women in a male dominated profession. That should be common sense. Once again, you don't hear about this very often. We don't have to wonder why. We already know why. It says a man who chose a career that mostly has women shared his experience on Reddit and asked other men like him for their advice and experience. He wrote, I've been studying in a career that is mostly made up of women, making men a minority. Classrooms tend to be about 25 people, but a maximum of 3 to 5 are male, including me. I would appreciate if you guys share your experience and your advice as well. It says, here are some of the things men notice while working in female dominated workplaces. And guys, comment below if you've worked in a female dominated area and share some of your stories because I know I have. So, sexism and objectification. Male bashing and objectification is the rule. Be prepared to be representative for your gender. And that is true. Guys, I waited tables on and off for 10 years through undergrad and grad school. Every restaurant I worked at was female dominated. And women just say whatever. Restaurants are kind of a bad example because I haven't waited tables in a long time, but at the time, it was a lot more leeway about what you can and can't say between men and women. So back when I waited tables, men can give as good as they got, but women sure would say all sorts of crazy stuff to you as a man. Let me tell you. Says, stay away from the drama. I used to work in a more male dominated workplace, but now my workplace is mostly female, aka just me and another dude versus like 20 other females. And geez, one thing I learned, stay the F away from all the drama. There's no middle ground. Just stay away altogether. It's only been 6 months, but heck, female dominated workplaces do tend to have a lot more drama. And as a man, it's really difficult to navigate because um, each woman involved in the drama could have a different perception of the people involved, a different perception of your role. They can get mad at you for things you may not have said, or if it's seen that you support someone that they don't like, even when you're just trying to be nice, just stay away from it. Go to work, do your job, go home. The attention isn't that bad. It's number three. I worked at a Wendy's for about a year that was 60-40 or 65-35. So while not dominated, that store was made up of a majority of women. I honestly had a lot of fun, but if I'm being honest, I got a lot of attention from them. I was 25 and they were all mostly 18 to 20 or 35 plus. That's another thing with restaurants similarly. Most are female dominated, but you most of the time you could get close to 50-50, but it's usually about 60-40. And if you're a young man and if you're of any age and you're an attractive man, you're going to get a lot of attention, boy, let me tell you. Four, and this is the most important one to me. Expectations to do the hard work. Be prepared to do extra stuff. It's just assumed. Water jug needs changing, you. Furniture needs moving, you. You doing the men's work may be assumed, but don't expect anyone to do traditionally female tasks in return, and you'll catch all sorts of hell. And that's true, guys. I worked at Home Depot and Lowe's when I was a young man, for a combined of 6 years, and I was a cashier most of the time, and most cashiers are women. So if they couldn't find anyone to help a customer load something, I'd have to do it. Emptying the garbage cans, I'd have to do all the mails, all the heavy lifting stuff because I was the only guy up there. I had to do it. It was crap. You have all these women talking about how strong they are, but then you can't pick up an 80-pound bag of concrete. And so there was a point where I'd say, hey, you know what? Susie should do it. Well, Doug and PA, you should do it because you know. I'm like, no, I don't know what. They want to say because you're a man, but they can't say it. But they just, the double standard is ridiculous. Or even better, Doug and PA, you're the only guy, so we're gonna need you to stay behind and make sure all the ladies get to their cars safely after work. And I would tell him, I don't know why you want me to do that because if anything goes down, I can run faster than all y'all. Yeah. But yeah, the expectation that you're a man and you're supposed to do extra stuff because you're a man is out of control. It says some women can be crude. Crudeness is the biggest thing. Women can get away with sexual harassment a lot more too. It's getting better, but still not equal to how they treat men. And that is 100% true. Women will hug you when they don't want to. Women will flirt with you when you don't want them to. They'll grab your body when you don't want them to. And this is employees and customers. And you just deal with it. Once again, I haven't waited tables in 13 years. So I wonder if the restaurant industry is any different now, but probably not. Some men also left out. Uh, some men also feel left out in a female-dominated work and experience sexism and bias just like women do. The difference is we don't hear their stories unless it's a Reddit thread, and that's true, guys. We don't have an outlet to talk about this stuff yet. That's one of the best parts about YouTube and online spaces because we can air this stuff out. You still don't see it in mainstream media, but guys, share your stories. On places like YouTube, Reddit, share your stories in this comment section because I like to read the comments. Let me know. Like, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.